Good morning, everyone. This is Bharat again, and it's been a long time that I have uploaded any videos. So, in today's session, we are going to see about the Project Tracker application within Oracle Apex. So, Project Tracker is nothing but it's a pre-built package application, so you can just unlock the package application and then do your customization on top of what you have and make use of the project tracker. So project tracker is nothing but an application designed and developed by Oracle Apex team for managing the projects. And now you can see this is the tracker application. So it is usually called as PTrack, and I just rename it to Project Tracker for the demo purpose. And you can see I have created a couple of projects, and you can see there is a notification for user pending approval because I just added a couple of users to the project, and it triggers an approval so that the user or the admin can go and approve the new users who are added to the project. Um, so on the left, you see the list of navigation part. You have my dashboard and what categories, milestones, action items, people who are on the project, your timeline, reporting, then as well as administration. And on the right side, you can see in this work area, you can search by the project, its size or its category, and you can sort it by the project name or by milestone. And you can also switch between sample cards or just cards or reports. So you can see project tracker, and I have milestones with me, one with me and two with other folks. Action item, one with me, and updates, I have made one. Also, you can see there are other few projects listed over here. Let me switch it back to simple cards. And also, the dashboard can be switched to an interactive report by clicking on this button. So this will be like any other database application where you can just click on the project and open the project, and you can also see some other additional columns like milestones, open milestones, past due milestones, action items for the project, open action items, past due action items, and when it was updated. So by clicking on, let me go back to the home screen. So by clicking on the project, it takes you to the details of the project details page basically, and you see there's a project number over there for this, and it is followed by me. So any updates made on the project, I'll get a notification. And also you can see what is the category of the project. It's like research and development, and it is status is on track, and access control is restricted, only accessible like by people who are added to this project. So, and at any point, if you want to restrict the visibility from other developers or architects, and just keep it within the project management team, you can just always, add and remove people. And you can also have read-only access for the project. Um, and there's a simple description here, and what is the goal and project start date, tags, in case if you want to search, if you're searching for a project, you can just enter the tags and search. The project size, basically it's whether it's a small, medium, or large, and creation date, last updated date. And here in the tabulated view, you can see people, issues, milestones, action items, or whatever you have it here. You can add a new, like you can add a new issue, add resource, add milestones. Likewise, on this tabular view, you can see what are the milestones here. For example, you have a milestone for form integration, and also there's an action button here to add an action for this milestone. And there are 3 milestones here, and you can see there is an action for this complete the form engagement, which is an action for this milestone. And you can also see the status. And the status coloring code shows you, it gives you the information whether it is due or it's in future or it's in past date. So these 2 action items listed over here, form deployment is in past due date, which is still open. And I can just go and let me see if I can update this. So if I have to update, I don't think I'll be able to update because, um, okay, so the for milestone itself is 22 and it should be before 22. So I'll just put it as 21. Apply changes. Okay, it's done now. And you can see there'll be one which is okay. So now it is green. So which means my milestone is, or the action item is going to be in future. And you can also see the action items, apart from the milestones view. You can see complete form enhancement, which is due, but you have the form deployment, which is coming, which is due in 6 days from now. And you can see what are the updates. Basically, updates are like, day-to-day statuses that we are adding to the project. For example, I made a small update saying this is on track. So anyone who's going into the project can see what is the recent status of the project, or is there any communication that they want to make it for all the project leaders or anyone who is looking at the project. They can just simply add an update here, and if you mark it as goal, it'll appear on top here. So which means like it's kind of now giving a priority for the updates. And you also have links here. So any links that you want to add, like any documentation links or sites that you want to add, you can have it here. And attachments, like similarly, like if you have any attachments that you want to have it on your project, you can add your attachments here. And to the right side, you have all the action items here. Like you can not the action item for the project, for the project milestones or actions. It is for the project. So I can add a person here, add an issue. For example, I can go ahead and add issue, and let's say um, service tickets are not fetched. So can assign it to a integrator, or I can just put it to me. And status, what is the level? It is important. And you can just put a tag or description, add an issue. So I have a issue reported on this project, and there is a child project for this integration with service, which is nothing but the service ticket which are going to be integrated with this project for the application that that the team is building on. So you can see who are the people of this project, and you can also do milestones. And then, for example, I can do a milestone development of web services. So I can put the due date of 30 April. Sorry, start date of 30 April, due date of May 15. Status open, assigned to integrators. Is this a major milestone? Yes. Add a milestone. And you can see there's a milestone. So as soon as you add one, it'll just show up here. And you can also add an action item. Complete the design review. And due date cannot be greater than okay, it cannot be greater than the due date of the milestone. So let's say if I put 19th of May, it'll give you a date cannot be, and after the associated milestone due date. So I have to put it before May. So I can say 1st of May. Status, and I can add owners, second owners, etc., etc. Type is a enhancement request, or you can have your own type. Like you can just go to the administration side and add more types or status, etc. And you can assign it to design lead, or if you just make it no, you can put it in your name. So I put an action item, add a status, I'm going to add a status for this project. Title, oh, it's a status report. So task aside will be completed by first me. You can see submitter and project members, or just a submitter, or by all, and editable by submitter. So I can just keep the control of this status report, and submission date yesterday. So you can see I have a status report created, action item, milestones, people who are working on this project. So you can see as soon as I add more details to the project, like action items, links, files, you can see tabs coming up here, showing up here. So that's how it is designed. Like as long as you add more items, so you will see you'll see the tabs coming up, popping up here. So let's go back to the dashboard. So on the dashboard, what we have is, it's my dashboard. You can see all my action items, open action items. You can filter by project, and you have a button here to mass update. So if I just click here, that's going to select and give me an option to select. I can just change the status or change the due date here. So these are only two action items, but you can still do more configuration on this application. And you can see open milestones, and there's a a button to maximize and minimize. So if I just click it, it's going to give me um, the data in the full page. And you can, pretty much it gives more info, all the information, like, what is the project name, and what is the action item, who is the owner. And you can see the color coding also. And here are my open issues. What are the open issues that I'm supposed to be working on? And this issue level, and who was the owner of it. Basically, this is my dashboard. So anything which I own will be seen here. And my open projects, the projects which I'm working on, and status, what the category of it, and the project which I'm following. So I'm just following this one project. So that's why it is coming up here. So if I follow multiple projects, for example, if I just click on this workspace enhancement and follow this project, that's going to appear on the screen here. So basically, if you want to follow, any project, any critical project, to see the latest updates and how it is progressing, you can always check on the follow button so that you get to know the recent status and what's going on actually on this project. And I think that's all we have on the my dashboard. So if we go to categories, um, you can actually see the category, two different categories of projects that I'm working on. Those are the ones which are created. So modernization and research and development, and you say the two active projects, one action item, one milestone, one issue with me, and you have two active projects and two action items in total, three milestones in total, and two issues in total. And on the modernization, you have one project and one action item. There are no milestones yet, and there are no issues. So this is giving you a visibility or a view of project by its categories. And similarly, if you just go to milestones, you get all the milestones irrespective of the project, like all the projects and its milestones. And you can also see who are the owners, and who is working on what milestone and what is the due date of it, and basically the start date and the end dates. What are the what is a comment on it, like if there is anything that has been updated. And similarly, you have it on the action item. So one more thing on the action item, the milestone, is you can just choose by the quarter. For example, if you have anything on No, let's go to 2022, Q3 2021. So you can choose by quarters. Like, if you just click on all quarters, that's going to show all the quarters. But here on the milestones, you're seeing from Q1 2022, sorry, Q3 2021. But I believe you can still add the current quarter that you're seeing. So it should be Q2 or Q1 as per your FY calendar. So you can bring in the values here so that by just clicking on that, quarter, you'll be able to see what are your milestones actually. I believe here, if you just do Q2 2020, Q1 2020, Q4 2019, all quarters. Coming to the people, so you will see who are the people who have access to this application. So if you want to add more, you can keep adding, and there is a workflow that triggers. So if I just go to the dashboard homepage, you'll see there's a notification here for approving 2 new users. So I recently just went ahead and add 2 developers here, developer 1 and developer 2, for this project. So it triggers a notification for me to approve them, so that I have a control of who's whether should I allow them to the project, or if I can just go ahead and deny them, so that they will not have access to the project. And by clicking on the timeline, you can see what I have done basically. So if I want to just check what I did on this particular project, Apex project tracker, you will see all my actions that I have done, like updated an action item, created a new issue, updated the milestones. So it's a kind of audit log that you can always refer. um, and you can also filter by who updated last, and by project, and also by time frame, like every day or by week, or if I just put it by day, so it'll give you like what exactly what are the updates that have been made on this particular project by the selected user. All right, so on the reporting side, so we have a lot of stuff here, like the tree view projects by tree view. You can see Apex, and there's a child project, and there's another one, expand. You can just expand all or collapse all. So if you have more projects listed, it'll be a nice view for you to see, like what are the child projects, what is the hierarchy of the projects. And you have a dashboard of key metrics, um, interactive report on the safe search, and a heat map for the projects handle that you can see. These are the initials of the project. So you can see Apex project and integrations with sophisticated, and it is a child one, and you can see workspace enhancement. And I'm not sure about the numbers which are coming here. Probably those are the activities which happen on those the projects which I'm selecting. For example, on this on I mean, if I choose one day as the time frame, you can see 9 activities, and you can see 8 activities happened on this, and just 3 on the workspace enhancement. But if I choose say a 1 week, and you will see a lot of activities, 42 and 16 and just 7 on here. And going back, issue reports and history report and link report. So you have pretty much a lot of reports available here, and we can also have custom reports built on this on top of whatever available and whatever we can access on this project tracker application. Okay, so the last is the administration part. And you can do your build options, application settings, and you can change your templates, change your application appearance, and these are the tables which I was talking about. Like if you want to add more Status code, for example, you can just add another status code. And if you want to add an issue level, for example, okay, there's an error. If you add more categories, prototype, cloudification, monetization, research and development, ID operations, I can just go add another category. Um, that's prototype is already there. Enhancement, this is active, yes. Display sequence is 6, create a category. So just added a new category here, so that will be there if you just go to the project category. Status update type, if you want to add basis, add new status update type, you can add one here. So basically, the list of values are all managed here. And on the management side, you can see project status, action items, reassigning. So for example, there are 2 action items. I can change the owner, BDMS to, I can just say anyone, developer one. So I can just add, it's a master and sort of all the actions. So if in some cases you may have a resource leaving the organization, so that at that point, if you want someone else to take care of all the actions, you can just do a mass transfer. Email preferences, this is completely on the email, automatic sending, upcoming deliverables, and you can just go status disable, or you can just go and enable it. So any user who is subscribed to the following the project will get updates. Emailing project details, and you can also send single project or all project. If you want to choose all or single, choose a project and just email. That will send an email to the user. So email, you see email sent successfully. So all these are configurable and extensible, and I mean basically it's a, when it comes out of the box, like it'll be in lock status, but you can just unlock the project and you can keep adding or your customization or the business logic the way you want it to work. And access controls also can be defined here. Users can also be defined here. And you can see authentication, authorization, like how many public pages and login required pages, and also authorization protected pages. So anyone who doesn't have an authorization to view this cannot be, he cannot, or he or she cannot access these pages. For example, the administration part. So anyone who is not an admin will not be able to come to this administration area. Only developers will have access to any of these, like up to reporting, but they cannot come here. Okay, so I think pretty much we had covered most of the features of this application, and if you have any queries, you can always add your queries in the comment section, and we'll soon meet with a new application on the Oracle Apex. Please subscribe, share, and keep looking for my updates. Thank you.